So this is my journal for week one for pharmacy. I did I did learn a lot in the class, although I missed one day. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of lecture classes. I prefer more the interactive stuff and doing like question and answers. Games, I like the labs a lot better, but obviously I see the necessity for a lecture class. There was a lot of information provided, which is good. I found the practice questions for the chapters 1 through 9 to be very helpful and thorough. I think I absorbed a lot of material this week, which is good. That's one thing I'm concerned about sometimes is the difference between knowing something in the moment and actually retaining it. So I felt like I retained the information well. Concepts that I learned about this week that were good were about the FDA and how that came to be with the origination in 1903. And it's interesting to see how that has changed. Also learning the different schedules of drugs, 1 through 5, with 4 being the highest that's prescribable, 5 being obviously illegal drugs, but with Schedule 4 being things that are highly addictive substances that also require a written prescription. So that was an interesting concept that I learned about. I also found it very interesting, the piece that we learned about with the threaded discussions from the videos with regard to clinical trials. I found that very interesting and sad at the same time. And I think that ties in with my medical ethics class, so I found that fascinating because that is something that I am very interested in, is the ethical side of medicine. So the thing I enjoyed most about class were the threaded discussions. I found them to be very interesting, and it's unfortunate there's only 2 people to be involved in that, but I found the feedback from Melissa to be interesting, and I felt there was a good dialogue there. The only thing that I really didn't like is that, like I said, I'm not a fan of lecture, so I'd like to see a little more, maybe some more question and answer in class, as far as maybe doing the review questions even in class would be a way to make it not so monotonous. My attention span is not always 100%, especially when I'm not feeling well. So either way, I find the material to be pretty interesting. There's a lot to go over, so overall I think I'm happy with the class. I just wish there were more people in it. All right.